2025 is finally here for the Charlotte Independents, and it starts with a new number one, Matt Levy, making his debut as the top goalkeeper for the Jacks, hosting the Richmond Kickers, led from the back by 19-year-old James Sneddon, who guided them to 3 points last week. It's USL League One, and it starts right now. The Jacks are back. The Charlotte Independents kick off their 2025 campaign tonight against the Richmond Kickers. Philip Galati with you. Tonight's Charlotte Independents home opener is presented by Chick-fil-A, the official chicken QSR partner of the Charlotte Independents. These two teams have met 15 times before. Let's take a look at last year's campaign. In September, on the 14th, Richmond in Charlotte squeaking out a 1-0 win. Joao Gomero gets onto the toe poke after the Independents are caught out at the back, and that was good enough for all 3 points. A little over a month later, Charlotte would enact revenge. Numbers on break. Juan Carlos Obregon Jr., who had a haul of goals last year, a competitor in the Golden Boot race all season long, scored against the 9-man kicker side in Richmond to make it a 1-0 win for Charlotte. As for this year, a couple of Gatorade player to watch for the visitors, it's the captain for Richmond, Chandler O'Dwyer. His head coach Darren Sawatsky says he's exceptional on set pieces. That's how he scored a whole bunch of goals last year, but he also knows how to play from the field and get involved in build-up play. That's how he scored his first goal in Richmond's season opener last week against the Tormenta in South Georgia. That one-touch finish, one of 4 goals that the Kickers scored on the road en route to capturing all 3 points to start 2025. So the season opener for the Charlotte Independents is moments away as Richmond seeks to go 2 for 2 on the road to start the new campaign. We'll have the first 11 for both sides, and then of course the first half kick from American Legion Memorial Stadium in just a little bit. Stick with us.
Always reaching higher, pushing further, achieving remarkable. At Novant Health, we never stop. Because whether it's sports performance at the highest level or the playground level, we're driven to help you excel at what drives you. Not just keeping you healthy for the game, but also healthy for life. Novant Health. Expect remarkable.
When it comes to delivering high-quality, affordable healthcare, relationships matter. And after 90 years, Blue Cross North Carolina is proud of the relationships we've built with you. We're 5,000 neighbors, friends, and family committed to improving the health and well-being of everyone across this state. We're here for you, all of you.
Are you ready? Ready for more games you love? Ready for more players? New rivals? Ready for more fans? New friends? And endless celebrations? This is Carolina's new women's pro soccer team, the Carolina Ascent, featuring the world's most exciting players connected to the global game, uniting the Carolinas. We are the Carolina Ascent, built for the Carolinas.
Just about time for the Jacks to kick off 2025 as the Charlotte Independents play host to the Richmond Kickers. Phil Galati with you, and it's almost time to get the ball rolling from American Legion Memorial Stadium, but not before we introduce the 3-time MVP, 3-time Golden Boot winner, the man to watch up top for the visitors. Joe Sergen has the whistle and the watch tonight. Has a final check of that wristwatch. And the USL League One season has begun in Charlotte. '25 USL League One kickoff presented by Terminix. Off and running. Richmond, one of a couple of teams that got a game last week. A few more sides playing tonight. A lot of new faces for both of these sides, particularly for Charlotte. Head coach Mike Jeffrey saying that this is a season that has had a lot more turnover than some of his other years past. Juan Carlos Obregon Jr. was their point man up top. They've gone with a two-striker pairing tonight in search of somebody who raced Greenville's Lion McKinnon every step of the way for the Golden Boot. Fitch attempting the long ball. Anderson dispossessed by Fabrice Nga, a familiar face to the Independence faithful. The back four for Charlotte, with three returners, and Nga, one of them, Cameroonian. Has 2 caps with his country's national team. Receives the long ball, likes to open up short with Baquero. Rice tracking it down. The man announced just a day ago, and he may have left a foot in against Clydesdale. The Mississauga, Ontario native, and a bit of bother.
It's basically the center of my life. My sophomore year, I tore my left ACL. Soccer was my stress reliever, so getting that taken away from me, it was really hard.
Our first goal is to tell him that it's okay. You take away that layer.
Pop back up on his own 2 feet and play resumes. And God, first time pass blocked. Richmond gonna try and break. Nothing on just yet. Alvarez came back to put pressure on. Got searching for Rice. Nothing on just yet. Strong header by Sis. Now Baquero. Alvarez. Luis Alvarez in his new number 7 jersey. Unable to get around his mark at the first time of asking. Terzaghi going down. Staying silent is the referee's whistle. Terzaghi with a retaliatory foul that will be brought back. And we'll have a stern talking to from the referee, Joe Sergen. It's exactly the type of refereeing you want to see. John Baquero will stand over it. The Spaniard, in his debut for his new club, puts a good ball in. It's headed just wide. It took a deflection on the way through.
All right, fans, it's time to get
Off the head of Mike DeShields. Shields with a flick-on header and just wide of that far post. The 2 former Demon Deacons connecting. First corner of the night brought to you by Chick-fil-A. And the referee will halt the proceeding of that corner. Just about ready to go again. Baquero, good delivery, comfortable in the end for Sneddon. Terzaghi fighting through pressure. A lot of blue shirts around him, trying to pick out a player in white, and does. Anderson on the near side. Squares up his mark at the edge of the area. One-time ball, unable to be capitalized upon by Barnathan. And now Charlotte's turn to break. This is Njai. Threaded it through for Alvarez. Flag stays down. Alvarez can't round the keeper. Option still on for Charlotte. And it's a heroic stop from the teenager, James Sneddon. Luis Alvarez, the USL League One all-league first-teamer on his own, has so much time, tries to make a move, but Sneddon got big and got low quick. So well done from the 19-year-old. His head coach, Darren Sawatsky, puts his shot-stopping ability right up there with anyone in the league, he said. And that is a heck of a save. Play stop down for a injured Richmond player on the far side. Maxi Schenfeld about ready to resume play. Did enough after that Alvarez scare for Richmond to shuffle things away from goal. Ball through for Hayden Anderson. Puts a good cross in, a little bit over hit, but Terzaghi will collect. Now Simon Fitch. Richmond trying to settle into a bit of a rhythm on the road. They scored the first goal on the road last week. 4-2 win against the South Georgia Tormenta. Terzaghi. Anderson, a lot of time to swing this one in. Nobody attacking it just yet. Here's Schenfeld now. Well over the goal in the end.
That ball shot was over the crossbar. Goal kick for the Jacks.
Novant Health is proud to be the official healthcare provider of the Charlotte Independents. With same and next day sick visits, Novant Health provides care when and where you need it. Schedule online at novanthealth.org. So Richmond fighting off the early scare. Luis Alvarez, a player that you'd bag 10 times out of 10 to dispatch that opportunity. May rue that chance as the game goes on. But with a player of his quality, he will likely get a couple more. Gatorade player to watch tonight, and Coach Mike Jeffrey saying whether he plays in midfield, on the wing, or up top, he's someone that is always going to get involved in the game. Header through, a challenging one to chase down, and a little too challenging in the end for Anderson. Lost his footing and doesn't get a foul call that he was hoping for. Shot from distance, and it's a good save in the end. Matt Levy debuting in 2025 as the first choice keeper for Charlotte. Chandler O'Dwyer, the other Gatorade player to watch, getting onto it. A go from way out, tried to bend it around his defender, and Levy saw it all the way. Matt Levy had 1 start last year, 2 total appearances, nearly 130 minutes, made 11 saves, conceded 0 goals. Now Austin Pack, the Georgia native, turns to his home state with South Georgia. Levy has stepped up. His head coach Mike Jeffrey says he's ready to show this league what he's capable of. Anderson. Terzaghi. All the way out for a Richmond throw. Emiliano Terzaghi back to full fitness. Someone who missed a large part of last year recovering from an injury he suffered the year previous. And head coach Darren Sawatsky had heaps of praise for number 32. You cannot understate a player of his quality, said his head coach. Long throw. Levy will claim comfortably. Matt Levy, a native of Pembroke Pines, Florida, played his college ball in the Sunshine State with FIU. Signed for the club back in 2023, did not make an appearance that season. Somebody who's been training with the club for a long time. His head coach Mike Jeffrey says the biggest learning curve for a goalkeeper thrust into the starting role is trying to get comfy with the group as a communicator. Can you lead from the back with your feet and with your voice? Nga clipping it in, and Sneddon saw it all the way. Welcome to the 2025 USL Kickoff presented by Terminix. Throughout the month of March, the USL will be kicking off across the country. Join us for all the action on ESPN and CBS sports platforms. Richmond showed their ability last week to build up through the flanks, connect passes, one-touch, two-touch play, very quick, rapid, connecting balls that proved very difficult for South Georgia to defend. And despite being their first game, the Independents have shown pretty solid defensive structure so far. Richmond gonna elect not to press the back line. Narciss has dropped in. Now Nga clipping it through. Baquero forcing a clearance out of the back and looks to restart quickly. Thought about it, nothing on for him. Ga tripped up, and the referee will give a free kick. And there is a little clip on the back of the heel there of Ga. Spielman and Rafael Haregi are standing over it. Said they'll leave it behind.
It's 8 a.m.
It will be John Baccaro to take. Former Mac Herman Trophy winner with Wake Forest, the award given to the best player in all of college soccer. Baccaro's in swinger. Sneddon comes out for it and grabs it. Couple blue shirts lying in wait underneath that ball. Richmond's set piece is a point of pride for head coach Darren Sawatsky, something they emphasize in training, something they've been known for a few years. Managed to score once off a set piece last week in the season opener. Lovely 1-2 for Fitch. Simon Fitch gets it back. Played short for Seufert. Schenfeld thought about sizing up goal. Instead, a Travella pass blocked will fall to Nils Seufert. Poked it through and unable to squeak it by a defender. Alvarez. Searching ball through, and there were numbers on. Difficult pass to make. Schenfeld. Anderson poked away by Luis Alvarez, trying to start the break with Baccaro to his right and finds him. Return ball cut away by Anderson. Sent skyward by Barnathan. Another foul going against the Kickers. This time Bashir Njai brought down unfairly. Alvarez up for Baccaro, and Ga now, a lot of time. Elects to try and take the space in front of him. Deflected cross, looping towards Sneddon. Flying swat away, will fall to Njai, and his shot is blocked. Bashir Njai thought he had a clear look at goal, was closed down quicker than he was expecting. Fitch was showing the space. That ball may have come off of Simon Fitch last. Deflected, swatted away by the goalkeeper, and then the shot blocked brilliantly. But Charlotte showing signs of danger in the final third. Pepsi Cola is the official soft drink of the Charlotte Independents. Enjoy an ice cold Pepsi while watching the Jacks. Pepsi, born in the Carolinas. Ga with a nice tackle and wants to start the break again. Charlotte looking to attack at pace tonight. Alvarez has that pace in his locker, pokes it to the back stick and tipped over the bar by James Sneddon. The header from Rafael Jauregui denied by the teenage phenom.
Was tipped out by the keeper, and it will be another corner kick for the Jacks.
Alvarez just one push and gets by Simon Fitch. A toe poke of a cross with the right foot. Jauregui doing the right thing, trying to redirect the header back across goal.
On your feet, and let's see where number 9, John Vaquero, places this corner.
Tonight's corner is brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Vaquero, outswinging delivery, allowed to bounce in the box. And Jai denied shooting space. The sliding challenge came in against Schenfeld and was clean. Vaquero's second opportunity. Poked by Barnathan. And Jai once again collecting the rebound. And gone now. Spielman. Spielman staying high all the way up from the back line. Nga. Sis. And Jai. Good movement from the Jacks. Omar Sis will win the throw-in. Nearing the halfway point of the first half from American Legion Memorial Stadium. Philip Galati with you, still scoreless between Charlotte and Richmond. The most recent stages, the Independents putting together the lion's share of chances, and they've got another one here. Miles Rice to Vaquero, swing and a miss. Another good opportunity, but John Vaquero couldn't connect the dots. Kona Barnathan now. Garnett, 18-year-old Academy product. Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL. From the Academy to the big league, Select is there every step of the way. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select product specials and more. Select, the player's choice. Richmond having a lot of trouble going forward, and they have to throw numbers back now. Haven't seen a lot of play concentrated on that far side yet. Vaquero's first time ball overhit. Now Dwyer. And Richmond will just kick it out of play. John Vaquero on the turf. Has played all across the United States, including FC Tucson, Phoenix Rising. He's also played in Canada, Bulgaria, Spain, and just about everywhere. Will require some medical attention. So before this match kicked off, a ceremony to celebrate Omar Sis, the Senegal man making his 100th appearance for the Jacks. A appeared in every match the season before last. Had over 1,500 minutes for the Jack last season and a key part of Mike Jeffrey's teams through the years here in Charlotte. All-League first team selection back in 2022. His first season with the Jacks was in fact the only Independence player on the All-League first team that season. Maxi Schenfeld directing traffic in his second stint with the Kickers. One of the more experienced players on this roster at 32. Richmond pride themselves on the academy talent they're able to produce. And head coach Darren Sawatsky had 4 teenagers on the pitch when the final whistle blew last week. Had 6 players in total that came up through their academy systems. It's a lovely turn on the far side by Dimmick, splitting the lines but intercepted by Barnathan. Challenge on the far side, the referee had a look at it, but play will go on. This is Luis Alvarez. Trivella pass is a good one, and a little bit too strong for Miles Rice, who takes out his defender in frustration. The outside of the foot. It's a great technique by Luis Alvarez, and not the first time he's tried that technique tonight. Can be used to deceive players when you have your body facing one way and the outside of your boot curls the ball in the other direction. It's a good run made by Rice. Signed just a day ago, the Californian. Had a 4-year career at Division II Chico State. 22 goals in 61 appearances, was a top 10 goal scorer in the nation. Assist with a bit of a pull, and the referee with a very public admonishment. A couple players on warnings now, but no yellow cards so far. Scooped him behind on the near side. This is Fitch. Alvarez in pursuit. Moved along, and Barnathan unable to get his head up before he struck it. Kona Barnathan, sporting the captain's armband, managed to score from a set piece last week. Difficult one to score from there. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of North Carolina is the official health insurance provider of the Charlotte Independents. Blue Cross NC makes health insurance easy. Discover employer, individual, family, Medicare, and Medicaid plans from the Blue Cross NC. Better care starts here. Again, those 1-2 passes to release Alvarez on the near side. He's seen a little bit of the ball, but hasn't had a ton of space to work with. Got a lot of space open for the switch. Jauregui has seen it. Play Dimmick now with real estate in front of him. Continues his run, gets the return ball, cuts it back for Sis, will fall to Vaquero. Sliding challenge denies him.
That ball defended over the end line. It's time.
Simon Fitch going to ground and had to.
Sponsored by Chick-fil-A.
Jean Vaquero is on the ground once again. Jauregui with 2 good passes to make that move happen. Barnathan saw the cutback. Fitch reacting first to the rebound, and Garnett just getting it out of danger.
Hey fans, we're close to the 30-minute mark, which means it's time for all halftime contestants to make their way to the Gatorade Tower. All halftime participants, please
Jean
make
Vaquero,
your
as he
way
was a
to the
few minutes
Gatorade
ago,
sign located to the left
requiring a little
of the
more
scoreboard.
treatment on the pitch. So John Vaquero, 31st minute,
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a substitution.
will be substituted.
Entering the game, number 13, Anton Sorensen.
Unable to carry on.
Replacing John Vaquero.
Anton Sorensen will take his place.
Substitutions are brought to you by Atlas Chiropractic.
Anton Sorensen signed with the Kickers last season. Good ball played in at the near post, eluding to Shields. Sorensen getting his first touches, trying to clean it up. Njai, clever pass, clever flick too. This is how Reggie! Shot blocked once again on the doorstep. The Kickers continue to hold firm at the back. Rice in a battle, he'll win the throw in. Mike Jeffries forced to make an early change. Anton Sorensen, Port-au-Prince native. Came up through the Philadelphia Union Academy. Played last year at a variety of positions. Left back, center attacking midfielder. He's lined up on the near side. Gets the 1-2 ball into the box. Sorensen cutting it back and once again met by a Richmond player. Charlotte win it right back with Luis Alvarez now on the prowl. Nga makes the overlap. Sorensen skies it. It is a rough miss from unlucky number 13.
Sorensen. His attempt is over the crossbar, goal kick. Richmond.
Great ball played by Nga. Nobody tracked his run and went for power, trying to beat the goalkeeper to his right side at that near post. The Charlotte Independence is proud to share our home field with the Carolina Ascent FC, the new Division I women's professional soccer team. For more information on this exciting new Super League and this team, visit CarolinaAscent.com. Sneddon trying to settle things. Was under a lot of duress in that South Georgia game. Has a little bit more time now. Charlotte keen to sit in their shape. I think for young goalkeepers, said his head coach Darren Sawansky, is looking past the first option. Can he consider the second and the third? Make the best decision available instead of just the first decision. Sneddon, 19 years of age, in the youth systems. His head coach, Darren Sawansky, saying he's used to that high press, but the pros do it at a higher level where they're not just putting pressure on you, they're trying to bait you into playing a specific pass so they can intercept it. We've seen a couple counterattacks from Charlotte already tonight. Sneddon having much more time than he did in the first match of 2025 on the ball. Big switch on. Shields chasing it. Comfortable in the end for Levy. The Charlotte Independence storefront is live. Stock up for our next match on scarves, hats, shirts, and more. To shop our new online storefront, visit charlotteindependence.myshopify.com. Simon Fitch, a Richmond native, eclipsed 5,000 minutes for the Kickers last season. Another good switch underneath it is Schenfeld. Shrugs off his mark, Jauregui for now. But the midfield line for Richmond has struggled to get into this match. Seldom have we said the name of Nils Seufer, Chandler O'Dwyer, Darwin Espinal in particular. Someone who had 2 assists last week for Richmond. He's playing a little bit higher tonight positionally than he did last week. A goal scorer by trade, but his head coach Darren Sawanski says he has that ability to create attacks and be a playmaker rather than a play finisher. Doing his best to get involved now. Plays the short pass on for Cella. Head on a swivel. Espinal is checked all the way back. Now Schenfeld. Promising looking move for Richmond. Espinal has continued his run with 2 defenders on his back. Right in front of the Richmond faithful. First cross cleared to Torzaghi! My goodness! Matt Levy flying to deny number 32. That's an outrageous save. Espinal again playmaking, making it happen. Torzaghi with a touch and a volley. It was on frame. Does so well. It would have been in the top left corner. Corner Snipe brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Torzaghi denied spectacularly, plays the short corner. Now Schenfeld was leaning back as he hit it. And a foul at the edge of the 6-yard box. Soccer season is here, and SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the USL. Get all your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site, SeatGeek, your ticket to great seats. Good ball played in. Again, a couple jacks waiting for it, and again, Richmond able to scurry that first chance away. The second one not cleared as cleanly. Alvarez with a great first touch to bring that one back down to earth. Dwyer trying to break and fouling Bashir and Jai. Still no cards as of yet. O'Dwyer just couldn't get around his mark and decided to try and go through it. Some pushing and shoving in the box, and the referee has taken exception to it. I have a talking to with a handful of players. Nick Spielman, one of them. So too Kleiny Cella. Still pushing and shoving at the edge of the area. Deflected off Torzaghi. The curler is just high. Alvarez's free kick falling to the feet of Rafael Jauregui. Couldn't find the frame from quite a distance away. Pass forward for Torzaghi, intercepted, and Goss sent all the way back. All the soccer action you want and all the flexibility you need. Keep an eye out on all Charlotte Independence channels to be the first to hear about our 2025 Flex Plan. Visit charlotteindependence.com for more details. 41st minute now. Charlotte pushing for a goal. It was just one kick of a ball the last 2 times these two teams met that decided all 3 points. God, driven cross. Sis leaves it behind, and Alvarez slices it well wide.
Shot was over the mark. It'll be a goal kick for Richmond.
Alvarez in the first time strike catches it with the outside of his boot. We've seen those Trivella passes. Not a shot he'll want to see back in the film room.
Tickets are on sale now, starting at just $15.
Miles Rice hasn't gotten as involved as he was hoping for tonight. Man, just announced earlier this week, and Coach Mike Jeffrey spoke on the turnover that the Independents had this season and how many new players they have. Difficult as a coach, he says, to build chemistry. Most of it's built on the field. The key for those new additions is trying to understand how we as a club want to play. How Reggie brought down unfairly one of those new additions. And Maxi Schenfeld will be the first name in the referee's pocketbook. Offering no complaints at the decision by the referee, Joe Sergin. It was a pretty cut and dry booking. Bit of a bear hug to stop a promising attack.
Yellow card caution shown to
So
number
Schenfeld
5,
caution.
Maxi Schenfeld.
Charlotte will play short. Sorensen to Shields. Flipping it in, Spielman's header on, and nobody on the end of it. Charlotte trying to make that extra pass in the box. It's commendable. Seen a couple players making overlapping runs, cutting it back to the top of the 6, playing the early cross. But you wonder if some of the players might just want to have a go. We saw it in the chance before last with Luis Alvarez. One-time shot, no messing about. Because they have been able to test James Sneddon quite a bit. But will Charlotte be a little more selfish with their shots going forward? Aquafina is the official water and hydration partner of the Charlotte Independents. When the game heats up, cool down with Aquafina. Rice battling through 2, and the nutmeg by Sorensen keeps the chance alive. Sis taken down by Alvarez. A lot of space to his right. Dimmick has made the run, standing it up and poked away from danger. Espinal trying to turn. Now O'Dwyer met by a physical challenge, and the referee will give the free kick. It's a good foul by Charlotte to stop the counter. But Richmond trying to start it once again with Fitch. Anderson wasn't onside. Seufert. Seufert to the near side for Anderson. He's held his line this time. Great run in by Fitch. Cuts it back. Looking for Terzaghi. Argentine unable to get there, but still chasing it down. Now all the way forward for Alvarez. Acrobatic clearance by Cella. Things starting to open up here as stoppage time looms large. Terzaghi. Fitch trying to bend it into the path of Anderson and couldn't get the side spin on it he wanted. Really won. Great first time ball.
Ladies and gentlemen,
a lot of space to be working the cross in. Not a lot of options. In fact, the only option was Luis Alvarez. Griffin Garnett got across to kick it out. First of 4 minutes of stoppage time. presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield. Sneddon out of his area quickly to claim that delivery. Charlotte trying to play those early crosses now. Not allowing the kickers back line to get set because Richmond has met pretty much every cross at the first defender. But when they do, it's Charlotte winning the second ball, keeping the chance alive, trying to drag players out of position. Sneddon's ball intercepted. Alvarez taken down well for Sorensen, who gives it right back to him. Gaz made the charge forward. Alvarez has found him. Great return ball for Luis Alvarez, and it's a heavy first touch. Poked away by Seufert. Terzaghi. Dwyer didn't have enough in the tank. That was some ball by Fabrice Nga to fizz that across for Luis Alvarez, who has covered just about every blade of grass here tonight. Now he's checked in on the far side. Jai with an apologetic hand up. German Nils Seufert winning the free kick, electing to play safe. Put forward for Anderson. First touch eluded him. Ga creates the space with his body and plays safe to Spielman now. And Jai. Not long left now in that first half. Sorensen. Richmond haven't picked him up. He's got a lot of time with him. He'll try and take his space. Sorensen, dispossessed by Fitch, falls to Jauregui. Jauregui onto his left, looking for the strike. Firing it just wide.
Shot by Rafael Jauregui, just wide of the mark. It'll be a goal kick for Richmond.
As soon as he picked up that ball, he only had one thing on his mind. Did so well to create the space for it. Couldn't get it out of his feet when it was time to shoot, and just overcompensated with power a little bit, dragging it wide of that far post. Dwyer. No whistle as Jauregui went down. This is Espinal. Richmond trying to steal one before the break. The 4 minutes at a minimum have elapsed. Schenfeld's pass overhit, and that'll do it for the first frame.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's officially halftime.
Scoreless through 45
Grab a bite from the concession
from American
stand.
Legion Memorial
Get ready
Stadium.
for the second half.
Matt Levy with a couple of great saves. So too James Sneddon on the other side for Richmond to blank the attacks for both teams after half number one. An exciting first 45 in Omar Siss's 100th appearance for the Jacks, and the season opener for the Charlotte Independents, unable to find a way past the Richmond Kickers. We've got a lot to talk about at halftime. News, notes, and highlights, and more to come. We'll see you in a little bit.
Always reaching higher, pushing further, achieving remarkable. At Novant Health, we never stop. Because whether it's sports performance at the highest level or the playground level, we're driven to help you excel at what drives you. Not just keeping you healthy for the game, but also healthy for life. Novant Health. Expect remarkable.
Hello there. My name is Seychelle, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that punch of flavors that's unlike any other. You get the crispy tenderness of the chicken and that hint of sourness from the pickles. Ta-da!
Hey, I'm Juan, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is every single time you take a bite, you know you're gonna get chicken that's crispy, golden, and juicy. The Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich is the gold standard of chicken sandwiches. There's no touching it.
Well, folks, it's only 8 a.m. and it's going to be another hot one. Today's high is 85 degrees with lows ranging in the upper 50s. Tomorrow's more of the same, plus some light wind coming in from the northeast. Coming up at 8:30, Paul's got an exclusive
Babe,
heartwarming
it's
story.
8 a.m.
Fried chicken, better with Pepsi.
When it comes to delivering high quality, affordable health care, relationships matter. And after 90 years, Blue Cross North Carolina is proud of the relationships we've built with you. We're 5,000 neighbors, friends, and family committed to improving the health and well-being of everyone across this state. We're here for you, all of you.
Halftime presented by Chick-fil-A. Scoreless through 45 between Charlotte and Richmond. As we take a look at the USL League One Team of the Week. It is delivered toward the back post and turned in! The skipper gets on the score sheet.
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Go right up to the middle, a shot! While still going, he shoots, and for a cross! Long shot from range! Unstoppable strike!
Pain doesn't care who you are or why you hurt, but pain can be mastered if you know the way. Fight back with Tiger Balm's legendary herbal power. Trusted for over 100 years, our proven blend of camphor, menthol, and essential oils tames pain with the strength and speed of the tiger, so that you can rise above pain and get back to living. This is the way of the tiger.
Success doesn't come easy. It takes grit, hustle, and relentless effort. Every step forward brings you closer to greatness. This is your moment. Elevate your game. El Jimador, Spiked Bebidas.
Always reaching higher, pushing further, achieving remarkable. At Novant Health, we never stop. Because whether it's sports performance at the highest level or the playground level, we're driven to help you excel at what drives you. Not just keeping you healthy for the game, but also healthy for life. Novant Health. Expect remarkable.
Halftime rolls on, presented by Chick-fil-A. 0-0 through 45, and it's time to take a look at the news and notes around USL League One. Greenville has broken ground on the new stadium with soccer icon Ronaldinho in attendance, the former Barcelonan great, as FC Naples and Westchester made their debuts, both with a penalty kick and both with a 1-1 draw, as the Lamar Hunt US Open Cup.
Not just keeping you healthy for the game, but also healthy for life. Novant Health. Expect remarkable.
When it comes to delivering high quality, affordable health care, relationships matter. And after 90 years, Blue Cross North Carolina is proud of the relationships we've built with you. We're 5,000 neighbors, friends, and family committed to improving the health and well-being of everyone across this state. We're here for you, all of you.
Well, folks, it's only 8 a.m. and it's going to be another hot one. Today's high is 85 degrees with lows ranging in the upper 50s. Tomorrow's more of the same, plus some light wind coming in from the northeast. Coming up at 8:30, Paul's got an exclusive.
Babe, it's 8 a.m.
Fried chicken, better with Pepsi.
Wrapping up halftime presented by Chick-fil-A, Charlotte and Richmond scoreless through 45 at American Legion Memorial Stadium, but no shortage of highlights to take a gander at as we take a look at the full highlights from half number one. Luis Alvarez with a golden opportunity that was somehow saved, volley and a flying paw by Matt. Sight for Charlotte fans, making his return to American Legion Memorial Stadium. Christian Chaney, the former forward Madison man, played for Charlotte in 2020, spent a season after that with Central Valley, and then became the Mingo's all-time leading goal scorer with 23. Substituted into the match for the second half. Christian Chaney with 23 goals in his time for Forward Madison, a club record. He has never scored against Charlotte. He has never scored against Richmond. Dakota Barnathan issuing his charge for the side. Head coach Darren Zawanski for Richmond has also made a change at the break. Joshua Kirkland, the Richmond native, into the fray, replacing Hayden Anderson out on the wing. The dropkick Murphys will lead us into the second half as we wait for the second half kick from Chandler O'Dwyer. Quickly by Haregi. This is Schenfeld. Searching for Terzaghi. Header won well in midfield. Sliding block by Barnathan. Had the studs exposed, but managed to do it cleanly. Take a look at how this team wants to set up in the second half. Espinala's gone a little more forward. He's gotten the ball now. He's taken down. Play goes on. This is O'Dwyer! Levy stands tall and goes airborne.
Shot by Chandler O'Dwyer, another great save.
Richmond with the first chance out of the break. It's a great stop again by the goalkeeper. O'Dwyer with the hesitancy on that right foot, had the feint to create just a little bit of separation. And Matt Levy was ready for it. Schenfeld to take the corner, presented by Chick-fil-A. Looping ball to the back stake. Forcing a clearance out of Bashir and Jai.
Ball went out for another corner kick for the Kickers. While we're waiting,
Novant Health is proud to be the official healthcare provider of the Charlotte Independents. With same and next day sick visits, Novant Health provides care when and where you need it. Schedule online at novanthealth.org. Schenfeld has a long throw in his locker. Instead will look short, gets it right back. Schenfeld looping delivery, free header. Wasn't the cleanest contact. Able to be dealt with for now by the Jags. Fitch's header won physically, not once but twice by Njai. Schenfeld. It's a 4-4-2 on paper, but defensively the shape is a little bit more fluid. Alvarez has gone up top. Sorensen has checked into the midfield. Cheney is to his left as that two-striker pairing next to Alvarez. Aregi with the toe poke. Richmond trying to find those passing lanes. O'Dwyer kept in play by Maxi Schenfeld. Soyfer. Alvarez going to try and press. Instead, it will be Cheney to his left that will hold back. Alvarez asking his teammates to step up. Haven't really seen Charlotte try and be aggressive on that counter, but they've got a chance now. Alvarez keeping his head up, looking for the cross, and it's into the back of the net. Charlotte off and running in 2025. Alvarez kept his head on a swivel, picks out the free run at the back post, and just like that, it's 1-0 Charlotte. Anton Sorensen brought into the match in the first half, picks his spot brilliantly. Doesn't try to crush it, just guides it into that bottom right corner. Delayed his run. It's a lovely ball in by Alvarez, who gets his first assist of the season. Anton Sorensen had 3 assists last year for Charlotte. He did not have a goal. He does in 2025.
Your Jack's goal by number 13, Anton Sorensen, opens the scoring book for the Independents in 2025.
Richmond trying to keep that clean sheet, but it was a matter of time from the way that Charlotte was playing. High foot against Aregi. Barnathan went down. Espinal standing over it. Richmond searching for an immediate answer, and it's overcooked.
Service into the box is long. Goal kick for the Independents.
Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access on Tuesday nights. Plus your live matches from the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more on Sirius XM FC 157 and the new Sirius XM app. Nga standing his ground. 1v1 was on the back foot, but still managed to poke it out for the throw. Garnett forced back. Alvarez on the charge. Now he's on the other side. Him and Cheney having a good understanding of fluidity positionally. Charlotte sitting deep, just inviting Richmond to go forward and try and force an errant pass. Espinal, 1-2 for Espinal. This is still Darwin Espinal, and finally dispossessed by Spielman. Alvarez trying to counter. This is how Charlotte scored their first goal. Christian Cheney is in behind on his return to Charlotte. Loses his footing as he went to strike. Sneddon making the stop, cutting off the angle. A comfortable one in the end for the teenager. And again, it's Luis Alvarez with the passing range to create the quick counter chance. This is a great ball in behind. Appeals for a handball. Not once, but twice, and then going down was Kirkland, and the penalty is given. Joshua Kirkland got on the end of the long ball, and Richmond with the chance to level things from 12 yards.
Penalty kick for Richmond.
Appeals for a handball. It may have come off the arm of Nga there, and then tripped up was Kirkland, doing his best to just work free.
Standing over the ball for Richmond, number 32, Emiliano.
Did enough all by himself. And now Emiliano Terzaghi has a chance to score yet another goal in USL League One. The three-time league MVP, the three-time Golden Boot winner, to kick off 2025 from the spot. It's Terzaghi, and it's over the bar! Matt Levy has still not conceded a goal for Charlotte. Emiliano Terzaghi stepped up with all the confidence, elected to go high. Levy guessed the right way, and it's over the bar. Two goals from penalties last week in USL League One, both from expansion sides. Emiliano Terzaghi has the unfortunate title of the first spot kick miss in 2025. Lovely flick on, Alvarez giving chase, and Sneddon coming out to claim. There's Nothing that the 19-year-old goalkeeper could do about that first chance. Made a few show-stopping saves in that first half. Given time to pick out his pass and does. Schenfeld. Follow the Charlotte Independence's 5th consecutive postseason journey at charlotteindependence.com and on our social media. The Charlotte Independence is powered by eTix.
Because it's Pepsi, that's what we like.
Yellow card shown by the referee. That's just the second booking of the game. Haregi with the studs just a little bit high. And the referee heard something that he took exception to. And the officials have been instructed to be less lenient with dissent, maintain respect at all times. Now the first Charlotte player booked in Bashir Njai.
Yellow card caution shown to number 11, Bashir Njai of the Independence in the 58th minute.
Barnathan trying to get there, not once but twice. Seufert second to it. And a foul against Haregi, committed by Schenfeld. Wasn't a lot of room for Rafael Haregi to try and turn. Former Sacramento Republic man, signed an academy contract with them in July of 2020. Now in his first season with the Jacks. Haregi just 20 years of age. Cheney, 10 years as senior, and able to use his experience to get by the defender on that one. He stayed high. Cheney, Sis, Alvarez, the bouncing ball, bounces wide. Didn't have a great opportunity to pick his head up and see where he was on the pitch. Fired wide of the goal by some margin, but again, Luis Alvarez, the Gatorade player to watch tonight for a reason. All-league first team last year, and his head coach Mike Jeffries says it was just an exceptional season for him. Someone who's always involved on the offensive front. You've even seen him track back a couple of times tonight as well. Sorensen, the goal scorer. Sis, the Centennial man. Nga just hoofed it long. Nobody there. Alvarez has dropped back in the press now. Haregi has stepped up with Cheney as the two-striker pairing. Cheney forcing the ball back with Garnett. Barnathan dropping back to facilitate the build-up. Looking long. Schenfeld has made the run. Going down, and it was Alvarez who commits the foul. Right in front of the Charlotte bench as the Independence players make their opinion known. The referee was right there, had a great view of it. Schenfeld signed by the Kickers before last season. Before that was playing indoor soccer. Great ball in, will bounce all the way through. And Levy saw it, but could not keep it in play. Matt Levy staying alert. Will bring up another corner kick for Richmond. Schenfeld over to take it. All corners tonight presented by Chick-fil-A. And Coach Darren Sawatsky prides himself on his set pieces. He found a goal from the corner on the far side last week. It was Schenfeld's delivery. 2 arms up from the Chilean. Looping ball to the back post. Headed back in front. Allowed to bounce and be settled. Schenfeld standing it back up. Good header by Barnathan. At the back post was DeShields. Now Nga battling at the byline. Gets it by Schenfeld. Alvarez checks to it and sees the run open. Maybe sees the goalkeeper off his line, but it will hang up in the air, and it's a great first touch by James Sneddon. Alvarez nearly getting there. Sis stepped up as well. Charlotte will win it back. Matt Levy communicating well. As his head coach Mike Jeffrey said, was going to be the biggest challenge for him. Trained with the team for the last 2 years, but hadn't gotten significant minutes. Now is the chance to step up as the number 1 and has to be able to organize from the back and get comfortable with being that leader vocally. He's done a great job so far through 64.5 minutes. Sorensen, Alvarez, Luis Alvarez looking right at goal. Plays the short ball to Haregi, who couldn't set his feet.
Nifty passing in the box, but it'll go over the end line for a
The Charlotte Independence is proud to share our home field with Carolina Ascent FC, the new Division I women's professional soccer team starting this August. For more information on this exciting new Super League and this team, visit carolinaascent.com. Long ball over the top, settled by Kirkland. Turning Nga, Kirkland into the box, looking for Terzaghi. Cut away before it can reach the Argentine. Numbers still forward for Richmond. One of them is Barnathan. The captain swinging it in. Header away by DeShields, only as far as Schenfeld. Espinal. Well done by Charlotte to stave off a couple attacks. Richmond will try and go, this time through the other flank. Needle unable to be threaded. It was a good run. Poor touch from Kirkland. eFootball is here. Live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play. Download now. Since giving up that goal, Richmond have really bossed possession. Soyfair, searching ball is a good one. First time pass, a very difficult one. Seem to be winning these clearances from Charlotte. Schenfeld. Back for Cella. Soyfair, operating as the pivot. He's found a lot of space on that far side. Kirkland onside. Squares up with Spielman. First time cross over Terzaghi. Dwyer giving chase. Jai going down, holding his leg, and seems to be in some discomfort.
Hey fans, your Charlotte Independents are back in action on Friday, March 28th against Chattanooga Red Wolves.
Sheeran Jai helped back up to his feet.
The match will be played right here at American Legion Memorial Stadium. Tickets are on sale now at just $15.
Went to ground there. There's nothing really in it in terms of a foul, but seems ready to play on. Schenfeld. Kirkland with a nice turn. Travella pass stopped by Spielman. And Jai taken down once again. Alvarez winning the free kick. Schenfeld preventing rather the quick restart, but has to be careful. He's already on a yellow card. Last time these two teams met, there were only 9 players on the pitch for Richmond. Dakota Barnathan, the captain, was shown a straight red in the first half. Landon Johnson off the bench, shown his second yellow in second half stoppage time. Espinal. Space to explore on the switch. He's seen it, he'll like to go there with Garnett. Another good run played for Fitch. Good ball towards Terzaghi, work to do, and his shot blocked once again. Emiliano Terzaghi has had very little time on the ball. The defense has shut him down. Now Jauregui with some time on the ball. He's got a lot of space in front of him. Not a lot of options. Alvarez is one of them. Terzaghi dispossessed and taking down Njai.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have substitutions.
And that
for
will
the
be
Richmond Kickers.
his last action
game, number 20,
of the night.
Adrian Bilhard, replacing Darwin Espinal.
He'll be replaced by Matt Bolduc
Also
up
in,
top,
number 33,
making
Matthew
his
Bolduc.
debut for the Kickers in 2025. Darwin Espinal replaced in midfield by Adrian Bilhard. Bilhard with 5 goals to his name last year. Matt Bolduc, a native of Peterborough, New Hampshire, played his college ball with the Minutemen of UMass Amherst. Joined the Kickers in 2017. Played until 2022 with the club, and then 2023 won a historic championship with Flower City Union. Jauregui into the box for Alvarez, and flying save low to his right side by James Sneddon. Alvarez in some real discomfort after that chance, and the referee will stop the play. Alvarez fighting through the contact, was closed down very quickly by Simon Fitch, and then just took an awkward tumble after that one. The Honduras national take a second on the sideline. As head coach Mike Jeffries is preparing a change. Barnathan, Billhard. Billhard gets the 1-2. Tries to lay it off short for Soyfer. And Ka intercepting it. Another 1-2 broken up by Nga. Went to ground and gets the call. Fabrice Nga, head on a swivel. Does get there first and then is tripped up. It's a faint touch by Matt Buildup, but it's enough that certainly worthy of a foul. As head coach Mike Jeffries has made another change. Bashir and Jai on a yellow card, brought off, and brought on is the man announced as a new Charlotte Independence player just a day ago, Soebu Mahu, Cameroonian. Won the Cameroonian Ballon d'Or in 2022 as the best player from his country. Formerly of the Orlando Pirates. One of the most prominent clubs in all of Africa. Mahu gets a good touch on it and continues his run. Cheney trying to pick him out, but plays it off the back of his heel. DeShields just sending it long and out of the stadium. 75th minute now from American Legion Memorial Stadium. Bill Hart's cross claimed by Levy. Ever wanted to kick around in a professional soccer field or walk on the pitch hand in hand with a pro player? Here's your chance. Our group outings will give everyone an unforgettable night with a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Visit charlotteindependence.com/groups for more details. So far, it is the 50th minute strike by Anton Sorensen that separates these two sides. A slip at the back. Richmond trying to capitalize. O'Dwyer poking it along and poking it too far for Fitch. And that really deserved more. Richmond not connecting as they were in the first half. That 57th minute penalty by Emiliano Terzaghi may come back to haunt the Kickers here tonight. Soyfer leaving a foot in against Christian Cheney. Dimmick, good turn by Mahu. Trying to look for the switch, and there were two players as an option for him. Fortunately picked out the center back in Garnett. Schenfeld. Barnathan. Soyfer. Good ball played through, but the offside flag goes up.
Offside flag is up.
That Bulldog made the run. Unfortunately made it a little bit too early. It's your experience on your schedule. Stay tuned in on Charlotte Independence channels to be the first to hear about our 2025 mini plans. Charlotte Independence is committed to keeping soccer accessible and affordable. Visit charlotteindependence.com for more details. Dimmick for Cheney to the far side. Sorensen gives it back to Cheney. Sorensen continuing his run. Cheney onto his right. Had a window of space, but lost his balance for a second. Alvarez with two arms up, waiting for someone to pick him out. Instead played short, and Haregi tripped up this time. Big throw from Sneddon trying to launch the counter. Time winding down on Richmond to try and find an equalizer. Bill Hard hurried in possession. It goes out for a Charlotte throw. Cheney unable to take it down, and Richmond, as they did in the first half, taking the edge in possession. They've had 70% possession in this second half, 60% overall in the night. 9 shots, 3 on target for the Kickers compared to 15, 4 of which on target for Charlotte. Here's a good ball in behind, and Levy is first to it. Gives the low 5 to DeShields for the coverage. Played 1 match last year as a starter, 1 off the bench. 11 total saves, no goals conceded. He might concede one here. He's made a great stop. Richmond trying to pick the pocket for the equalizer. Cleared off the line by Spielman. Kirkland keeping it alive for Richmond. Alvarez dispossessing him and cleared away. Nervy moment for Charlotte. How they conceded the lone goal when these two teams met back in September. It was late in the game, 75th minute. Joao Gomero picking the pocket of a defender and rounding the goalkeeper from close range. DeShields lost it. Kirkland with maybe 1 touch too many, but credit to Matt Levy for making a good save. Made a second save too. Redirected off of his foot, and Nick Spielman reacted quickly. Spielman named to the All-League second team last year. Someone else who head coach Mike Jeffries highlighted in particular when we got to talk to him earlier this week.
Substitutions brought
So
to
a
you
double
by
change
Richmond.
for Richmond. Keith Franca will come in at the back line for Griffin Garnett.
Number 17, James Vaughn.
And James Vaughn will go in up top. Alvarez will swing this one in. Looking for a second assist. Allowed to bounce in front. Second opportunity fired by Nga. And Richmond trying to break, and that will be a yellow card quite blatantly for Rafael Jauregui. Matt Buildup with a jersey that was stretched to its limit. Rafael Jauregui gets his first caution as a Charlotte player.
The Independence, Rafael Jauregui in the 83rd minute.
Richmond still with numbers forward in the 83rd minute, searching for the equalizer. They've looked likely to find one on a number of occasions, if not for Matt Levy in between the pipes. Space to work this one in for Fitch. Headed on at the near post and over.
Header over the crossbar, goal kick, Independence.
Follow the Charlotte Independence's 5th consecutive postseason journey at charlotteindependence.com and on our social media. The Charlotte Independence is powered by eTix. Buildup, Schenfeld. Buildup heading it on. It's good link-up play from Richmond. And DeShields has committed a foul. Schenfeld wants to restart quickly. He's already on a yellow. Sis going down not once but twice. And he will get a yellow card on his 100th appearance for the Independents. Omar Sis delaying the restart. As Clay Dimmick will shout out orders at the back. Captain for Charlotte trying to organize his side. Look at the run up here.
Shown to number 6, Omar Sis.
From Vaughn.
In the 85th minute.
Standing almost at a 90-degree angle to it. Trying to get that whip on it. He did. Deflected. Was it kept in play? It went out, and it will go out for a goal kick.
That ball played over the end line. Goal kick, Independence.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield of North Carolina is the official healthcare insurance provider of the Charlotte Independents. Blue Cross NC makes health insurance easy. Discover employer, individual, family, Medicare, and Medicaid plans from Blue Cross NC. Better care starts here. Not much time left now. Richmond again on the prowl for the equalizer. Cheney with the appeal for the foul. Garnett did have his hands up on the back of Christian Cheney. There's another push by DeShields. More physical play as Alvarez stopped by Matt Buildup. Schenfeld winning it back. Big switch on by Vaughn. Header down for Fitch. Fitch continuing the run to the byline. It came off of him last, and then one more time off of Omar Sis.
Chick-fil-A brings us a corner kick, this time by Richmond.
Another corner kick presented by Richmond. Brought to you by Chick-fil-A and Richmond's 4th of the night. Swung in toward the danger area. Levy had to punch it. Buildup was fighting for it. Bill Hard with a poke. And Christian Cheney with a rocket blast. Alvarez couldn't take it down. Neither could Fitch. Seufert does. Nils Seufert forward. Has an option to his right-hand side. Schenfeld for Barnathan. It's a lovely ball through, needs one more touch, and cleared away by Nick Spielman.
That ball defended over the end line. It'll be another corner kick. Brought to you by Chick-fil-A, who reminds you.
Barnathan was waiting for that pass and did so well to incisively, diagonally play that across. Another Chick-fil-A corner kick to be taken by Schenfeld once again. He's gone shallow and Levy claims. Gatorade is the official sports drink provider of the Charlotte Independents. After a long day on the field or at the gym, make sure to replenish those electrolytes with Gatorade's many flavored sports drinks. Kept just about in play by Matt Bolduc. Into the area, head on a swivel, cutting it back, blocked but falling right back to Bill Hart, who wasn't expecting it, and cleared once again. Richmond on the front foot, but behind on the scoreline. Schenfeld will heave it in. Got all of his body behind that one. And unable to be directed on target by Guy Franca.
Chiropractic brings us another substitution.
Referee
coming in for the Jacks, number 3,
restart
Pele Usmanu.
For one more substitution, Pele Usmanu
15, Rafael Haragi.
Making his season debut, taking off Rafael Haragi. Usmanu played a handful of minutes for Hartford last season. Previously had playing experience in the United Arab Emirates. Physical tussle, both players went down. A nutmeg as well through the legs of Cheney. Barnathan's pass deflected. Schenfeld, Independence throwing everybody back for the first of 5 minutes of stoppage time. God with a towering header. Richmond has just about everybody forward. Big switch, great ball, and just a little bit overhit.
Pass too long, it'll be a goal kick for the Independents.
Fitch stuck out his leg for it, just couldn't get there. And Matt Levy given a stern warning to not take his time with this.
Ladies and gentlemen, the fourth official has indicated a minimum of 5 minutes of stoppage time. Stoppage time is brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Carolina.
Referee will stop things for a player that went down. He's motioning that it's a upper body injury. Chella scratching the back of his head, and that's exactly as the referees are supposed to do. Anytime there's a suspected head or neck injury, it's an immediate stoppage in the game. Chella trying to motion the trainer off, but he will have to take a second to be checked out. Richmond will temporarily go to 10. Just caught an elbow upstairs there errantly from Cheney. Already back onto the pitch. A lot of time to settle this one. short for Franca. Barnathan, again looking long. Again looking for Schenfeld. Has to check all the way back. Big switch for Sorensen, was second to it. Now Cheney. Here comes Seufert the other direction. Richmond still searching for that equalizer. They have numbers forward. Danger still present for Charlotte. Shot from way out is just over the bar.
Shot is over the mark. Goal kick, Independence.
Matt Bolduc trying to hurry things along. Set the ball on the spot for Matt Levy. '94th minute has nearly elapsed. Richmond throwing everybody forward. Simon Fitch will take it. Long throw into the box. Seufert was underneath it. And Godwin's the second. Settled by Billhart. Fitch right back in. And now a chance for the break with Charlotte. Mahu, long ball for Alvarez. Sneddon second guessed it and uses his feet to win it back. Great recovery by the goalkeeper. Now Richmond going forward again. This is Matt Bolduc on his favorite right foot. Onto his left, stings the palms of Levy. And that may just about do it.
That shot is saved by Stone Cold Matt Levy.
Urging everybody forward. Kicks it as far and as hard as he possibly can. Cheney unable to take it down. Franca trying to keep the match alive. Will he have time to send this forward? He will. Flying header away by Clay Dimmick, and the full-time whistle sounds. Charlotte start 2025 with a win. Mike Jeffries guides the Jacks to 3 points once again. It is Anton Sorensen's goal in the 50th minute. The lone strike that decides the 3 points tonight. Anton Sorensen named the Aquafina man of the match for that goal in the 50th minute.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's man of the match.
Didn't score in all of last season in 20 appearances. Gets his first goal this season in the first match tonight. Nobody picking up his run. Look at the pace as well. Alvarez with a perfect ball in, and Sorensen dispatches it expertly. One hop, even takes a hop of his own, a DeCenio-esque volley into the far post. As for the save of the match, this, the biggest one, presented by Social Pet. Matt Levy, not once, but twice, got his right foot on that one too. A costly mistake at the back, if not for Matt Levy denying the one-on-one with his body. An excellent showing by Charlotte on home soil to start the new campaign. We'll step aside for a short break. When we come back, we've got the full-time highlights. Don't go anywhere.
Always reaching higher, pushing further, achieving remarkable. At Novant Health, we never stop. Because whether it's sports performance at the highest level or the playground level, we're driven to help you excel at what drives you. Not just keeping you healthy for the game, but also healthy for life. Novant Health. Expect remarkable.
Are you ready? Ready for more games you love? Ready for more players, new rivals? Ready for more fans, new friends, and endless celebrations? This is Carolina's new women's pro soccer team, the Carolina Ascent, featuring the world's most exciting players connected to the global game, uniting the Carolinas. We are the Carolina Ascent, built for the Carolinas.
Well, folks, it's only 8 a.m. and it's going to be another hot one. Today's high is 85 degrees with lows ranging in the upper 50s. Tomorrow's more of the same, plus some light wind coming in from the northeast. Coming up at 8:30, Paul's got an exclusive
Babe,
heartwarming
it's
story
8 a.m.
Coming up next as well.
Fried chicken, better with Pepsi.
Charlotte starts the new campaign with a win in the quest for a 5th consecutive postseason berth. But how did they get over the line with all 3 points? Let's take a look back at the tail of the tape with the full-time highlights. Brought to you by Chick-fil-A. An incredible amount of chances at both ends in the first half. Charlotte looked likely to get by James Sneddon, but the 19-year-old goalkeeper putting up a handful of excellent stops. Luis Alvarez turned playmaker tonight, toe-poking this one in, and Jaregi's header tipped over the bar, but Alvarez didn't give up there. This was an excellent chance once again for Jauregi, but blocked by Clyde Cella at the corner of the 6-yard box. Then Emiliano Terzaghi tested Matt Levy with the chest and the volley, and Levy equal to it in some style. A heck of a save in his season debut, just his 2nd ever start for Charlotte. And this was the chance that Richmond thought they had. Chandler O'Dwyer tipped over the bar by Matt Levy in the 50th minute. The breakthrough finally happened. Alvarez once again turned provider. Anton Sorensen dispatching things. The DeCanio volley across frame, and nothing that Sneddon is going to be able to do from that sort of range. 1-0 Charlotte in the 55th minute, and this was the best chance by far of the night for Richmond. A handball in the box, going down as Kirkland, and from 12 yards, Emiliano Terzaghi over the crossbar. A miss from the spot to make it 1-0 still, but then Richmond turned on the Jets. This was their last chance. The Kickers trying to pick the pocket of the back line, and Levy making not one from American Legion Memorial Stadium. Charlotte, in its return to the beautiful game, captures all 3 points on home soil against the Richmond Kickers by a score of 1-0. For everyone behind the scenes making this broadcast possible, for our producer Hunter Nixon, I've been Philip Galati saying so long, thanks for joining us, and good night from Charlotte.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.
keeping his head up, looking for the cross, and it's into the back of the net. Charlotte off and running in 2025.